welcome back. Or if you found me, that is the law of attraction at work. You will always attract who you are. This is not a coincidence. I'm so glad you found your way to this space today. Okay, before anything else, let me clarify that I want to get one thing straight right out of the gate. Okay, if we are looking for someone to shower us with glitters and gold just to hand us a cheap dopamine hit, we can go watch a movie. Okay, we can go find a fantasy channel where someone tells us that our luxurious moment is magically landing on our lap soon, while we sit on the couch doing absolutely no thinking. Okay, no self-reflection and no action. So that is not what this channel is about. Okay, I don't sell illusions here. I don't peddle false hopes or hand out shiny images to people who aren't willing to lift a finger. Because let's be honest, handing someone a dream or hope without showing them how to build the stable foundation is a scam. It leaves you right back where you started, waiting for a miracle that never comes. The path to real glitters and gold, the real success, the real alignment, the real destiny doesn't come from watching videos that only boost our ego and tell it what it wants to hear. It comes from the unglamorous, the heavy-duty excavation of what is within the self. It is about diving straight into the gunk and the mud. It is a process of self-discovery, regardless of color, language, race, or religion. Okay? This is about humanity. It's about the human in us. Okay? It is about sitting in the underworld energy, facing your own distortions, cleaning out the debris of our inner child, and tearing off the masks we've been wearing to please everyone else but ourselves and the Creator. That work is hard. It is uncomfortable. It is messy, and most people run away from it because they want the reward without paying the toll. They want the breakthrough without the breakdown. I'm not going to guarantee that you will be rich and glamorous, with no problem in life when you walk this journey. But what I can be sure of is that you will be emotionally fulfilled. Your life and how you feel about it will be different. You will be able to hold problems at your fingertips, flicking it off without feeling the burden on your shoulders. You will be happy and you will be satisfied. You will manifest the best version of yourself. You will be secure, God willing. Okay, if you are not ready to do that inner work, if you are not ready to look at your own shadows, dismantle your excuses, and take absolute accountability for your internal reality, then save your time. Go and dream. But if you are ready to stop lying to yourself, if you are ready to clear out the mud so that you can actually stand on solid ground and build a life of true substance and sovereignty, then you are in the right place. Okay? So let's dive in. Usually we throw around the term self-discovery constantly. Okay, it is in the titles of books, the themes of podcasts, and the tagline of nearly every personal growth brand out there. But if you stop and ask the average person what self-discovery is actually for, you usually get vague, comfortable answers. People talk about finding peace, finding clarity, or finding happiness. While those are nice sentiments, they are far too soft. They do not give you a reason to wake up early, do the hard internal work, and tear down the illusions you have spent decades building. Okay, when life gets difficult, when bills are due, relationships fracture, and doubt creeps in, finding your happy place is not enough to keep you anchored. So let's answer the fundamental question with absolute precision. Why does self-discovery actually matter? And what is its ultimate purpose? So the purpose of self-discovery is not to make you feel comfortable with who you are. The purpose is to forge your best version, unlock your highest potential, and master the mechanics of real manifestation, unique only to you, which is as unique as your own thumbprint. Okay, let's break down why this process is the single most important work of your life and why skipping it guarantees a life of quiet desperation. Part 1. The cost of ignorance. Why most people live by default. Okay, first, consider why we fail to achieve our goals. Most people think failure is a logistics problem. They think they just need a better strategy, a better planner, or a better morning routine. But strategy is useless if the person executing it is sabotaging themselves at every turn. Okay? Okay. So from the moment we are born, we accumulate layers of conditioning. We adopt beliefs from our parents, our peers, and our culture that teach us how to stay safe, how to stay small, and how to avoid disapproval. We build an entire identity out of coping mechanisms. We learn to say yes when we mean no. We learn to pursue careers that satisfy our parents rather than ignite our souls. And then we wonder why we feel stuck, unfulfilled, and chronically exhausted. Okay, so without self-discovery, you are running a life built by other people. You are fighting battles you never chose for prizes you do not even want. You wake up 10, 20, or 30 years down the road, look around and realize you built a ladder leaning against the wrong wall. So self-discovery is the emergency brake on that trajectory. It is the deliberate, courageous act of stopping the autopilot and asking, who am I beneath all of this programming? Okay? And part 2. This is pillar 1. Forging your best version. When you stop running on autopilot, the first thing self-discovery forces you to confront is your current identity. And this brings us to the first core purpose, forging your best version. Now, your best version is not a fantasy of perfection you need to invent out of thin air. It is not an influencer aesthetic or a curated social media persona. It is the raw, unadorned reality of who you are once you strip away the fear, the doubt, and the borrowed expectations. So when you do the work to discover your true values, you stop negotiating with your potential. You begin to define yourself by 3 non-negotiable qualities. 3, okay? So A, clarity of values. Knowing what matters so deeply to you that you would endure hardship, criticism, and loneliness just to protect it. Most people cannot name their core values because they have spent their whole lives adopting the values of the crowd. Okay? And then B, the emotional sovereignty, the ability to feel an emotion. Fear, anger, doubt, rejection, without letting it dictate your actions. Most people are slaves to their emotional weather. Self-discovery teaches you that you are the sky. You are the sky, you are not the storm. Okay? And then C, the unyielding integrity, the absolute alignment between what you say you want, what you think in private, and what you actually do in the dark. So when you discover who you are beneath the conditioning, you stop reacting to life. You take the steering wheel, you realize that your best version isn't a destination you arrive at. It is a standard you hold yourself to every single day. Okay? And then part 3 is the pillar 2, which is unlocking your highest potential. So once you clear away the debris of conditioning and anchor into your best version, the second purpose of self-discovery comes into view: unlocking your highest potential. In physics, potential energy is stored energy waiting for the right conditions to convert into motion. So most people live their entire lives with massive reservoirs of potential locked inside them, never crossing the threshold into reality. They die with the music still inside them, as the saying goes. So why? Because potential requires friction. It requires pressure. It requires you to leave the safe shallows of comfort. Okay, so your highest potential is the upper limit of what is possible when your focus, your energy, and your discipline align at a masterclass level. But you cannot unlock that potential if you do not know who you are or what you are truly capable of. So self-discovery acts as the ultimate diagnostic tool for your life. It shows you where your bottlenecks are. It reveals the exact mental loops where you talk yourself out of greatness because greatness feels unfamiliar and dangerous to your nervous system. So when you truly know yourself, your relationship with failure changes entirely. Failure stops being a personal indictment or proof that you are inadequate. It becomes pure data. Every mistake is just calibration or recalibration. Okay, so comparison to other people fades away because you realize that racing someone else's timeline is an illusion. Your only benchmark becomes the vast untapped reservoir of capability inside you. Okay, so part 4 is pillar 3, which is manifestation as mechanics, not magic. Finally, we arrive at the ultimate destination of this entire process: manifestation. So for the past decade, the internet has turned manifestation into some kind of a joke, I feel. Okay, so it has been reduced to vision boards, wishing on stars, and waiting for the universe to drop a miracle into your lap while you sit on the couch hoping for a windfall. Okay, let's be entirely clear. Manifestation is not magic. It is mechanics. Okay, true manifestation is the natural byproduct of self-discovery and highest potential. Here is why self-discovery is the missing link in every manifestation framework. You cannot manifest a reality that is out of alignment with your identity. If your internal identity is rooted in insecurity, scarcity, or unworthiness, your external reality will always find a way to match it. This is the law of energy, okay? It's your electromagnetic field. You can repeat positive affirmations until you lose your voice, but if deep down you believe you don't deserve success, your subconscious mind will sabotage every opportunity that comes your way. So when you go through deep self-discovery and step into your highest version, your frequency shifts entirely. You stop chasing things out of desperation to prove your worth to a world that doesn't really care. They don't care at all. Okay? So instead, your internal identity, your energy, your daily choices, and your actions all point in the exact same direction. At that point, manifestation stops being a struggle of forcing things to happen through sheer willpower. It becomes the inevitable consequence of who you have become. The outer world simply catches up to your inner evolution. Alright, so the conclusion is the architecture of your life. So this is why we talk about self-discovery. Okay? You're building your life. We do not talk about it because it is a trendy buzzword or relaxing weekend hobby to put on a vision board. No. We talk about it because it is the architecture of your entire existence. Okay, without it, you are drifting at the mercy of whatever cultural current, trauma response, or external circumstance happens to pull you along. With it, you are building. So the blueprint for your best version, your highest potential, and your reality is already encoded within you. Okay, so the only question left is whether you are ready to stop running from the silence, do the deep uncompromising work, and finally bringing it into form. So the work is demanding. Okay, it requires you to let go of who you were so you can become who you were meant to be. But on the other side of that discomfort is a life of absolute sovereignty, power, and creation. So take the first step today. Follow this channel, okay, and I will sit you through all the steps. Okay, what are the things that you need to do in the process of self-discovery? Okay, but for today, I'll leave it here. Alright, until my next video, please take care and I'll see you soon.